So, you're looking for investors for your business. You've got your demo, your pitch deck with all the charts and graphs, and your comprehensive business plan with projections. You're also thinking realistically. You know the odds of securing an investment from an angel investor is less than 10%, and raising money from a venture capitalist is less than 1%. Still, hope is not lost. Angels and venture capitalists invested nearly $60 billion during the first half of 2018 in the US alone. So if you want a shot at the deal of a lifetime, you know you need an edge. Yes, you've already put together a solid, complete management team with leadership ability, and you've restructured your business to make it investor friendly. Guess what? So has everyone else. So what's it going to take for you to stand out? It turns out there's one very special way to make your pitch receive a warm reception, and it's the best kept secret for startup success. I'll tell you all about it in just a moment. Welcome to the Entrepreneur's Wordsmith Show with Joshua Lisec. For those who want to expand their influence, establish permanent credibility, and fling open doors of opportunity, I help write, publish, and launch expert books that turn book readers into booked clients. I've ghostwritten multiple international best-selling books. I'm Ohio's first and only certified ghostwriter, a TEDx speaker, and I'm the only ghostwriter on the planet to use writing analytics software to capture and authentically recreate an author's voice. While you're here, check out my other videos and subscribe and tap the bell. If you're eager to secure mainstream media attention for your book, like my authors Bushra Azer, Jen Scalia, and Lisa Carpenter have, you won't want to miss my future episodes. That brings us to the shockingly little-known secret to build rapport with angel investors and venture capitalists and keep your startup top of mind. Having a book. You're probably thinking, huh? How? Why? Raising funds and publishing books, Joshua, those are two different industries. They're worlds away. Or are they? Let's be clear on something. Angels and venture capitalists have different investment priorities. According to the Angel Capital Association, angels generally invest their own money in startups and very early stage companies, while venture capitalists mostly provide capital they've raised from others to late stage businesses for growth. When it comes to your business standing out as the best investment opportunity, you need more than the bare minimum to impress both the angels and the venture capitalists. Investors are looking for someone to come along that they can be wowed by. And it just so happens that having a book checks all those wow boxes. Angel investors are looking for someone they can believe in, a founder whose story, whose strengths, and yes, even whose struggles led to this one defining moment, starting a business. According to Brian Scordato, founder of Tacklebox Accelerator, the startup idea you pursue should be one you've been unconsciously preparing for your whole life. It should be about your strengths, not just a gap you see in the market. The first thing you should ask yourself when you have an idea is, why am I the best person to start this? Venture capitalist Teizo Son agrees. Son is the founder of Mistletoe, a venture firm, accelerator, and incubator with a track record of success, including Southeast Asian company Garena. Son also focuses more on you, the founder, than on the details of your business idea. My criteria to invest are the founders, he says. So I won't check any business plans, any economic projections, spreadsheets. But instead, I focus on the founder's mindset and passion. And nothing demonstrates why you're the best, most passionate person to run your business better than a book. Your book gives you hundreds of pages to fully flesh out your story and to dive deeper into your precious and vast industry experience. Plus, having a book is a golden ticket to free mainstream media exposure, which puts you and your name in front of the people you want to talk to, so they come to you instead. Erica Anderson, founding partner of Proteus International and author, says, as soon as my first book came out at the end of 2006, you would think by the way others responded to me that I'd suddenly gained 20 IQ points. It was almost disorienting. I knew I was the same person, but previously closed doors magically opened, and people I knew wouldn't have paid much attention to what I said before were suddenly listening hard. So is there a direct connection between writing a book and getting your business funded? You bet there is. Just ask Peter Kazanji, who wrote the book Founding Sales in 2014 to share everything he learned hiring and managing sales teams, including the mistakes he's made along the way. Then what do you think happened? Kazanji's next startup, Atrium HQ, received the seed funding he needed from venture capitalist Pete Flint. Even if you're brand new and just fundraising for your first startup, a book will still work wonders to get you in the door and inspire investors to sign on the dotted line. Stephanie Palmieri, a partner at venture capitalist firm Uncore Capital, wants to hear your story. Your personal story is paramount when raising money for the first time. Your personal story can be a powerful tool to communicate your experience, your motivation, your perseverance, and your passion. Again, nothing captures your story quite like a book. According to New York Times bestselling author Tucker Max, you'll use the book as the pitch deck in advance. It tells your story so well that you get venture capitalists coming to you asking to put money in. Shane Mack did exactly this to raise money for his first startup. In 2012, he wrote Stop with the BS, a raw, funny, vulnerable, to-the-point story of how and why he started his business. Word on the street is, he sent a copy to venture capitalists before pitches. Since 2013, his chatbot platform Assist has raised $5.5 million in Series A funding. Coincidence? I don't think so. Now, maybe you're skeptical. Does correlation really imply causation? That's a fair question. But a good story isn't the only competitive edge a book gives you. You know what else convinces an angel or venture capitalist to choose your startup instead of the hundreds of thousands of others? Industry expertise. This is especially what venture capitalists look for since they're more averse to risk. Shintaka Ranatunga, managing partner at early-stage venture capitalist fund Global from Day One, says that domain expertise is extremely important. Some of the portfolio companies he's invested in have founders with 5 to 20 years of experience. There's no way you'll pack 2 decades of industry leadership lessons and smart business decision-making into a pitch deck. But you will do that and more in your book, and give Ranatunga exactly what he's looking for. Industry expertise, which proves your credibility, is so important, I insist on working it into every manuscript I produce. Credibility is one of my 6 pillars of influential content, the model my authors and I build a manuscript on, so it moves readers to take action, whether that's considering an investment in their business or booking them to speak at major industry conferences. One of the simplest ways you demonstrate credibility investors need to see is sharing your vast industry knowledge of the customer's problems and how you and your business are better suited to solving it than any other alternative. This is one of the top reasons angel investor Dan Whitaker invests in a business. I'm impressed when the entrepreneur talks to me about solving a specific customer's problem. If he or she really knows what the customer wants and is willing to pay for, I sit up and take notice. Are you ready to write a book that makes investors like Dan Whitaker sit up and take notice? Let's build your book on the firm foundation of the 6 pillars of influential content. Grab a time on my schedule so you have the best possible chance to start your book off right and earn the deal of your career.